Is it wrong to say everyone loves velocity stacks? They're just functional parts, but aesthetically beautiful and audibly amusing. I've been curious about how the length of velocity stacks affects volume efficiency. So, I made the intake system as short as possible to leave room to accommodate longer velocity stacks. It consists of a homemade manifold and a set of ITB from Kawasaki ZX12R. The total length from the cylinder head to the entry of the throttle body is 135 millimeters. And the diameter of the throttle's valves is 46.8 millimeters. I'm running Motec M4 on my first generation Miata with originally a 1.8-liter engine. It's been heavily modified. The specifications are like these. The duration of the camshafts is kinda aggressive, but I'm still not totally satisfied with its performance at the high RPM. So, what I hope is that the combo of the shortest velocity stacks and this short ITB will give some more power after passing 7,000 RPM. I wouldn't mind sacrificing a bit at middle range instead. I don't have a readily access available to a dyno, and I wouldn't have a budget for it anyway. So, I have to be creative to evaluate the performances of the velocity stacks. I use throttle position value as the load axis on both the fuel and ignition tables, so it's what is called alpha-N system. Even if there's any improvement in volume efficiency by changing parts like air filter or such, there's no way alpha-N can detect it. It will simply result in changes of lambda values measured by an O2 sensor located on an exhaust pipe. We can use this trait to evaluate velocity stacks performances. Better volume efficiency means leaner lambda. It's what I call poor man's dyno. I've been using it for decades. If combustion efficiency changes are involved, this method can't be applied. Like adjusting ignition timings or injecting timings can't be evaluated this way. These are the results of lambdas. For Motec, the values on the fuel table are perfectly commensurate with the injector pulse width. Open a spreadsheet and put RPM on the first raw and the values from the fuel table on the second. Then put the lambdas on the third. The lambdas are supposed to be 0.85 all the way, so put simple equations on the fourth that calculate correct values to achieve 0.85. Let's make a graph out of the values on the fourth row. These curves represent those of the torque. You can multiply the values by the respective RPMs to get power curves. Just as it's been told, short one has a greater performance at high RPM indeed. I'm so excited about the results, I'll definitely go with the short ones. The efforts made to fabricate the homemade ITB system was perfectly rewarded. I've made a couple of videos about how to make your own ITB system for really cheap, so please check them too. Believe or not, I've paid less than $100 for it. It's all about it. See you next time.